our assessors, Mr. President? I'm sorry, how much?
226 million, Mr. President.
So it did not change again, Mr. President.
In the NEP, it's
Yeah,
zero.
again,
allocation.
my basis,
In
Your
GAP, it's
Honor,
zero.
and if the LBRMO staff would listen to this representation, my basis is the committee report that we discussed during the
Yes, I
interpellations and debate. So please don't feed our chairman data coming from the NEP, because I'm already talking about the committee report that we discussed during the period of interpellations and the reason why this representation proposed an amendment.
Nasa NEP po is about 16 billion at nasa dito po sa ating proposed second reading version is 38 billion, Mr. President.
Sorry, from 16, tama ba?
Yes, Mr. President.
To 38, so that's 22 billion increase.
Yes, Mr.
Yeah.
President.
But given that this is the president's budget and they only said they needed 16, why are we giving them another 22 billion?
Well, Mr. President, mayroong letter na pinadala dito ang ULAP, signed also by the League of Cities, League of Municipalities, League of Provinces, Liga ng mga Barangay, na nagre-request sila ng support, especially doon sa mga tinamaan po ng calamities, Mr. President. And also, nagre-request rin sila ng funding for their priority programs, lalo na yung nakapasok po sa RDC, Mr. President.
I'm a big fan of all those leagues. No? My wife was also an officer of the League of Cities. But tayo naman, araw-araw, ngayon lang hindi kasi akala nila wala tayong session ngayon. Pero araw-araw naman, puno naman ang Senado ng governor, mayors, barangay captains. They would rather na idiretso sa kanila. So ba't hindi na lang nating ilista kung sino yung mga tinamaan ng mga bagyo, lindol, etc. Then give it straight to them para less bureaucracy. Kasi ang sistema sa LGSF, you apply, they send you a form, you'll put the program of work, etc. Then Malacanang decides, then they'll send the money. Then ang magbibid yung local din. So kumbaga, sa anti-red tape, dinadagdagan pa natin ng isang ano eh. So I agree for those na baka tamaan next year. Kaya tayo may LGSF, baka meron tayong, kasi kahit anong eagle eye natin dito, kahit ilan oras tayo dito, we're 24 and 1,000 pages of the budget and no one can predict naman, for example, the weather, no? But in terms of yung tinamaan na this year and last year, why don't we give it straight to them?
Well, Mr. President, first yung dito po sa kanilang letter, they support na ilagay na lang sa LGSF para mas scrutinize rin yung mga request ng mga LGUs.
Yeah, but I'm saying, Mr. Chairman, that's,
Yeah, I agree.
That's the league. So siyempre yung league gusto parating dadaan sa kanila. Pero pag tinanong ko halimbawa governor ng Cebu, mas gusto lang diretso na sa Cebu.
Yeah.
Pag tinanong ko yung tinamaan sa Davao region, mas gusto lang dumiretso na sa kanila, 'di ba? We're just not only adding a bureaucracy here, red tape, we're also injecting politics because in the past, no? Hindi naman parang lahat kayong tinamaan, lahat kayo 10 million or lahat kayo 5 million. No, may lumalabas sa LGSF ng 1 week or kung na-comply, may lumalabas na 3 months tapos acting pa ata ngayon yung DBM secretary. Kung sakali dadaan pa sa CA yan, so may pressure pa yan na bigyan din yung mga members. So hindi ba the shortest point between the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line? So shouldn't we consider just giving the areas we think that in the last 2 years grabe ang tama, just giving it to them straight?
Yeah. Nakukuha ko po yung punto ng ating minority leader. Nakuha ko yung kanyang direction na pabilisin po. Dito po sa LGSF, meron din silang mga filtering system. For example, dapat yung LGU rin ay utilization niya mabilis. Of course, meron rin siyang mga, for example, maganda yung kanyang management pagdating sa kanyang financial. So may mga filtering system rin, Mr. President. So Yan rin yung suggestion ng league dahil para yung mga LGUs rin ay hindi lang sila basta-basta humihingi, but inaayos rin nila yung kanilang
So
governance.
in the spirit of trying to pass this budget in time, and this is not naman a debate, and I do appreciate uh, the chairman being honest. I will just ask permission that the minority representatives in the BICAM will bring this up. Kasi usually, di ba, we defend kung ano ang ating version. But with your permission, just because nga nagmamadali tayo, 11 days ang debate, pero yun nga, inabot tayo ng panahon to have all of this on paper, we will bring up maybe 4 or 5 things, which is nga na the budget is not a rural development budget because most of the money goes to highly urbanized. At dalawa, it's not a mass transportation budget because mas marami dito para sa private cars pa rin, kaso sa train, etc. No? And then it's not I learned something today. It's not a climate friendly, ano tama? Or climate, Senator Lauren? Yeah, kahit mahaba, magpa-dinner ka lang mamaya.
I don't believe it's a climate adaptive budget that reduces disaster loss. It lacks in sustainability, and it lacks the foresight and the vision and the implementation for the more than 10 environmental laws that can reduce disaster risk, considering that the Philippines is #1 in the World Risk Index in terms of natural hazards.
Well, nagpapasalamat kami kay Senator Lauren because she introduced ang daming special provisions. Actually, almost, I think, 50 pages. Binasa ko one by one, and those are very good special provisions that we included in the committee report.
Thank you.
In the this version, Mr. President.
My comments, just to be very, very fair to the hardworking chair who is also a sustainability advocate. If he accepts the more than 50 special and general provisions, not only in the small climate change commission, but
Yes, across
the
the
whole-
different agencies.
yes, the different
Mr. President.
agencies, then, and if the executive department
Will implement it.
will implement
Correct,
it,
Mr.
first
President.
will understand it, will read it, understand it, embrace it, live it, and breathe it. Then things will change. Yung simpleng paglilinis ng drainage, yung simpleng paghiwalay ng basura sa nabubulok at hindi nabubulok, yung simpleng pagtanim ng mga gulayan sa mga paaralan at sa mga informal settler areas, makaka-reduce po yan ng gutom ng ating mga baha kung susundin natin. So
Yeah.
thank you to the
Thank you,
chair.
Mr.
I
President.
did not
No.
realize that you accepted my
No.
more than
Yeah.
But Senator
50
Legarda,
pages of
that's
provisions.
also why the minority appreciates the chairman. Actually, 13 lang tayo ngayon eh. If Joel leaves, pwede mag-quorum. But we do not want madelay yung budget, and there are certain things we feel strongly about. But to be fair to the chairman, he tries to listen to all of them in finding
Yes.
a way, di ba?
Correct, Mr.
Ang point lang namin, this is a much better budget than last year. It might be a much better budget than for so long, but it's not still a game changer budget. Di ba? So for example, all of us says local government. Yung tinanggal sa DPWH na 300B, pwedeng ibigay sa local government. Okay lang magtanong, Mr. Majority Leader, basta't magpakain lang mamaya.
Thank you, Mr.
Housekeeping
President.
lang, Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Mr.
housekeeping. The President announced yesterday yung additional ng military. Of course, that will affect the budget. So, were adjustments made? We just have to make sure na yung announcement niya may kasunod na pera talaga, no? Nakita ko dito yung MPBF may additional 9B. Would this be enough?
Yep, Mr. President, I'll just get the breakdown. Mabilis pa. So, Mr. President, thank you for asking, Minority Leader. May mga initial estimates na po. For MUP is 15.4 billion pesos. For the pension is about 6 billion pesos, so a total of 21. Kukunin ho yan sa MPBF and also sa PGF, Mr. President.
So for the record, you need, pakiulit lang po yan. So you need
15 billion for 2026 for PS requirements. Tapos 6 billion for pension requirements.
that's AFP only or AFP and PNP?
Lahat na po ng military
Lahat na.
uniform
So
personnel.
Bureau of
MUP.
Jails,
Yes.
Coast Guard, etc.
So
Okay.
kukunin ho siya sa
Pero ang
MPBF.
increase natin sa MPBF is 9B, ang increase natin sa pension 20B.
Yes, Mr. President.
And then that would suffice for 2026.
20 kasya po, Mr. President.
But the pensions, aakyat din yun for future.
Yes,
Kasi 20
correct. Tama ho. So for 2027 and beyond, kailangan ho tayo mag-akyat.
And has someone done the math? Will it add up sa pensions or will we promise the military tapos may problema tayo?
For 2027 po, kakailanganin po ng 31 billion and for 2028, 31 billion rin po. These are just initial
Yeah, but
estimates,
that
Mr.
doesn't include yung utang natin sa military sa mga pension nila, di ba?
Ano ho to? Magiging, if I'm not mistaken, magiging dagdag ho to.
Yan yung dagdag.
Yeah, kasi bago siya.
For the record, how much do we owe the military sa pensions nila? Yeah, ballpark lang, just so that klaro tayong lahat.
Wala tayong arrears, Mr. President, sa MUP, pero meron tayong mga future na releases for the pension, Mr. President. Pero wala tayong utang na wala tayong utang po.
But that's always been the argument in moving their retirement
Yeah. Ang
to
nagiging
earlier na malaki utang natin. So I'm surprised na wala na
Yeah.
tayong utang.
Ang
so
magiging
nabayaran na
utang
lahat.
ho natin is yung future. So ang ating pagdating po ng a certain point, ang magiging pension payments ho natin is close to around 400 billion, Mr. President.
Kasi remember, nung ginawa yung
Yeah.
Constitution, 56. Ang 60, nagre-retire na 65, 70, parang nasa bahay lang.
Mm.
But ngayon, if you're healthy at 80, 90, so 56, we spent so much investment. I'm not saying wag silang payagan mag-retire, but if some of them want to continue, we allow some, let's say the Chief of Staff, di ba, may sa law, at 56, 57, 58, they're ang katumbas, Senator Ping, ang katumbas niya siguro is a 50-year-old, di ba?
Yeah.
So, wala na sa age yun. So, kung wala nang utang dyan sa
Yung mga arrears po,
retirement,
yeah.
we should really take a look at that. Senator Joel wants to be the one to ask the questions on education in behalf of the whole minority.
Thank you, Mr. President. If I may just ask some questions.
I think
Yeah,
there's a pending question
Yes, please.
to our deputy minority yung sa BHW. There are about 87,000 po na ititrain for 2026 in TESDA. Ito po yung kanilang upskilling and reskilling ho nila.
All right. The Senator Villar was asking for the floor. Are you still willing to answer, Senator Gatchalian?
Do you want a break, Mr. President?
I'm okay, Mr. President.
Hey, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. Just to elaborate, Mr. President, what we have accomplished so far in the education sector. I'm sure we're all glad that comparing the education budget proposed in the NEP and in the HGov, Mr. President, our version in the Senate is way higher, Mr. President. But in the latest committee report, Mr. President, that we are discussing today for approval on second reading, Mr. President, the Department of Education's budget decreased, Mr. President, from 900, from the committee report, Mr. President, 914 billion to what's the Sorry, Mr. President. Bumaba po siya, Mr. President, by 5.1 billion, Mr. President. Is this a correct figure, Mr. President? And you wanted to find out, Mr. President, kung ano yung naapektuhan from the latest discussion on the Department of Education budget during the interpellations and debate, Mr. President?
Actually, Mr. President, ang only change done ay yung sa last mile schools. Dahil po 85 billion na yung ating basic education facilities. So ginawa ho namin back to NEP yung last mile schools because they can augment naman yung last mile schools from the basic education.
Because it's already covered yung kinakailangan
Yes,
nating
covered na
so
po.
that's the reason
Yes, Mr.
behind
President.
the decrease. Mr. President, we also noticed, Mr. President, yung sa mga SUCs, Mr. President, from the committee report to the latest committee report that we are discussing today, nag-decrease po siya by 7 billion. That's 7 billion. Mr. President, for
Yeah.
all state universities and colleges.
But Mr. President, we still increase the capacities of our SUCs based on their request. Marami pong mga request yung mga SUCs natin. Marami rin through our senators. So in-increase pa rin ho natin yung allocation ho nila from the GAB. But nag-adjust tayo ho depending ho kasi sa mga projects nila. Iban may duplication. So nag-adjust lang ho tayo.
Yeah, Mr. President, I asked that question because during the period of amendments, in the first day of the period of amendments, this representation made some proposals for the increase in the budget of our SUCs. May we know, Mr. President, if those were carried, Mr. President, specifically, Mr. President, for the Dr. Para sa Bayan
Yes,
fund,
Mr. President. In fact, that's a similar request from the similar amendment
Yes,
from our Senate President.
from our Senate President.
nag-increase
May we
tayo.
know how much?
185 million. Mr. President.
185 million for the Dr. Para sa Bayan. And it is distributed in all the SUCs
Yes,
offering
27.
27 SUCs. How much is the increase per university, Mr. President? Because I can look at the for instance, we made mention, Mr. President, and I'm glad that the chairperson noticed the Bulacan State University, which is the only university in Central Luzon offering School of Medicine, Mr.
Tama.
President, and there was an increase of 61 million. Will this increase cover only the Dr. Para sa Bayan law, or
Mr. President, the MSRS is lodged under the CHED, Mr. President. And depending sa request rin ng mga schools, kasi nakita ko may mga schools mataas yung request, may mga schools maliit yung request, depende sa enrollment. So
so it's
that's why
lodged-
it's
lodged
lodged
under
CHED.
CHED. So
Yeah.
this increase of 61 million has nothing to do with the Dr. Para sa
Wala
Bayan
po.
law.
These are for capacity
Thank you.
enhancements. Mr.
Thank you for that, Mr. President. But let me also put into the records of this chamber that a lot of SUCs also naapektuhan po, Mr. President, with the decrease of our latest committee report on the budget of SUCs, namely, Mr. President, Amang Rodriguez, Philippine Normal University. For example, in Region 1 in Ilocos, a decrease of 198 million. This 918 million in
But Mr.
Ilocos.
President, if we look at the GAB, it's still a 7 billion increase from the GAB, Mr. President. And the recommendations, galing ho siya sa PASUK. And yung PASUK po, tinulungan din ho tayo to rationalize kasi may mga schools sa maliliit. So yung request ho nila dapat corresponding to their size. So yung mga schools sa mga malalaki, dapat corresponding din to their size or to the enrollment size. So lahat ho yan ay nag-collaborate ho kami with PASUK para ho malaman ho natin yung size ng schools kasi sila ho may data nun. So that's why iba-iba po yung amounts. But from the GAB, ang increase po natin is about 7 billion pesos, Mr. President.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. And let me put into the records, Mr. President, that I agree na tumaas po from the GAB. Ang naging basihan lang po ng ating sinasabi ay from the committee report which was discussed during the period of interpellations and debate here on the floor. Yun lang po yung binabanggit natin.
Correct.
Hindi po natin sinasabi na nabawasan from GAB, and yun din po yung binabanggit natin kanina when we talk about the decrease in the budget for Philippine Children's Hospital, Lung Center, Heart Center. Ang binabanggit lang po natin ay
I understand, Mr. President.
from the deliberations, Mr. President, the last time
understand.
we talk about the budget of these SUCs. Let me go to TESDA, Mr. President. I'm looking at the budget of the Department of Labor and Employment under DOLE, Mr. President. Nandun po yung TESDA. At from the committee report that we discussed also, Mr. President, during the period of interpellations and debate where this representation actively participated, after that, Mr. President, this representation introduced a lot of amendments. May we know, because if you look at the summary, Mr. President, we only see 23,973 million, which is way lower, Mr. President, than the committee report that was presented during our interpellations and debate, Mr. President. Again, considering that this representation introduced a lot of amendments for TESDA, Mr. President. May we know saan po, ano po yung nabawas and what happened to our intervention in increasing the budget, specifically for scholarship programs and programs that would develop artificial intelligence and robotics, Mr. President? Including the assessors, the minority leaders
Yes,
also
Mr. President.
interested about the assessors, Mr. President.
Well, Mr. President, we added 1.8 billion from the GAP, Mr. President. And I understand the question, Mr. President, but during the plenary debates, we also looked at utilization, like what Senator Pia mentioned. And historically, the utilization of that program is not it's only at 66%, Mr. President. So we just rationalized the amount, but it still increased, Mr. President, close to about 2 billion.
I
pesos.
will not and will never go against the principle of looking at the utilization rate and how the agencies are performing and utilizing the budget that we are giving them, Mr. President. I just want to put on record yung committee report po when we discuss and debate on the budget of TESDA is 25,362,531,000, and now it has it was decreased to 23,973,531,000, Mr. President. My concern is, Mr. President, is that when we debate on the floor and at the same time when the period of amendments were tackled, Mr. President, this representation introduced a lot of amendments. Specifically, Mr. President, I wanted to go one by one sana, Mr. President, because what we are looking at in the committee report right now that we are discussing is just the total amount of TESDA budget. We don't have the per program, or at least the scholarship programs and those items that this representation raised, including but not limited to the additional assessors, the AI programs, etc.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. But Mr. President, the request of PSAC, pati yung request po ng agency, nakapasok naman ho dyan. So we just rationalize it because we also saw during the plenary debates na utilization ho nila is only 66% in 2024. In fact, in 2025 is only 23%, Mr. President. So even though we put the amounts, there's a risk na hindi ho nila magagamit. But still, pasok pa rin to ho sa request
Yeah.
ng PSAC, request po ng ibang mga ng agency, Mr. President.
Perhaps, Mr. President, para hindi ho tayo tumagal, may we know how much is the budget now for the special training for employment program, for instance, Mr. President? The training for work scholarship program. Because these are items, Mr. President, that we raised during the interpellations and the period of amendment.
Yeah,
So
let me get the exact
we just
number,
wanted
Mr.
to find out, Mr. President, if the amendments that we introduced were carried, Mr. President. You have to give me the zero data.
Yes, that's correct. Yung sa report. About 1.6 billion, Mr. President.
That is for the special training.
Yes, Mr. President.
6
billion.
May we know if it increased or it's the same from? No, we're talking about the committee report that we discussed during the interpellations and debate, Mr. President. That's my basis now, because we're looking at the new committee report, di ba, Mr.
Yeah.
President?
From
So if we can use it as a basis, Mr. President, yung interpellations and debates natin on the floor, because from that, that's the main reason that this representation introduced an amendment, Mr. President.
From the NEP level, tumaas po siya by 50 million, Mr. President.
Yes, from the NEP level, but from the committee report during the debates, Mr. President, on the floor, nadagdagan po ba? Because remember, again, Mr. President, let me emphasize, that's the main reason that this representation proposed an amendment. Yan ang naintindihan nila.
Plus 50 million, Mr. President, from the
So,
committee reports. Tumaas po
From
siya.
so meaning to say, Mr. President, the amendment that this representation introduced was carried.
Yes, Mr.
So
President.
that's all I wanted
Correct,
to.
Mr. President.
Thank you.
I just want to make sure the numbers kasi maraming programs. Alam niyo naman,
Thank you.
and TESDA has
Thank you,
numerous
Mr.
programs.
President, because that's
Just wanna make sure,
the
Mr.
beauty of asking these questions, because right now what we have is a lump sum talking about the entire budget of the Technical Education Skills Development Authority. We tackled a lot of issues here, not only the community-based training program, we also tackled, Mr. President, the plight of and the shortage of our assessors, not only attending to our students in the K-12 program, but also for the entire technical vocational education and training sector. So may we know, Mr. President, also, perhaps the question that I would raise na lang, Mr. President, if the new committee report adopted also our suggestion, our proposal in increasing the budget for the increase of training and empowerment and creation of additional items for our assessors, Mr. President, because I remember we were only having about 16,000 assessors attending to all Filipinos, not only nationwide but also worldwide.
The committee report, Mr. President, committee or in second reading version? Let's see. That's 80 million, Mr. President, is the amount.
There was an increase.
No, the amount for in the second reading version is 80 million, Mr. President.
I will help your staff, Mr. President, distinguished colleague. So nag-increase po, Mr. President. Ako na ho magtutulong sa inyo, nag-increase po. So does it means na na-carried po yung ating pinropose na
Yes,
amendment.
Mr. President. Sorry,
Thank you.
ang dami kasing data.
I know, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr.
Apologize for the
President.
delay.
But I think it's just a simple question. Ang question lang naman po natin is whether or not the proposed amendments that we introduced were carried, Mr. President. So it was carried, Mr. President, and it increased by about 30 million, Mr. President. And with that increase, Mr. President, we are looking at, again, increase in the number of our assessors because 30 million was added. To help guide our friends from LBRMO, the committee report is 57 million. We
Yes, Mr.
propose an amendment of 30 million. So right now, the chairperson stated that now it's 87 million, which means that our proposal was carried.
Mr. President, it's still 57 million, Mr. President.
So
I think the 80 million is a different account. Mr. President.
So meaning to say, Mr. President, it is the same
It's
as
the
the
same,
committee
Mr.
report.
President.
So Mr. President, the committee do not believe that we need to increase our assessors, Mr. President?
Well, Mr. President, that is the NEP recommendation, Mr. President. And so we continue to adopt the NEP recommendation, Mr. President.
Despite, Mr. President, during the let me just I respect the decision of the chair, but let me also put into the records that during the interpellations, the chair and the secretary of TESDA actually agreed that we need to expand the number of accredited assessors. Let me just put that into the records. Mr. President, what about the scholarship program for incumbent child development workers, Mr. President? Which the chair also agreed that we need to adjust, Mr. President. May we know if it was adjusted from the
Yes, Mr. President, for in the GAB, it's zero. Actually, in the NEP, it's zero. We added 226 million, Mr. President.
I'm sorry, how much?
226 million, Mr. President.
So it did not change again, Mr. President.
In the NEP, it's
Yeah,
zero.
again,
allocation.
my basis,
In
Your
GAB, it's
Honor, and if the LBRMO staff would listen to this representation, my basis is the committee report that we discussed during the
Yes, I
interpellations and debate. So please don't feed our chairman data coming from the NEP because I'm already talking about the committee report that we discussed during the period of interpellations and the reason why this representation proposed an amendment. And
Yes,
we
Mr.
just wanted to find out kung pasok po o hindi. So hindi po kasama, Mr. President. Last but not the least, Mr. President, is our proposal to put in scholarship program for AI upskilling. Kasama pa rin po ba ito? Because in the committee report that we discussed, zero po yun, and we propose to increase the budget.
Yes, it's included, Mr. President. It's part of the 1.8 billion that was added, Mr. President.
So it was carried, Mr.
Yes,
President?
Mr. President.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr.
That
President.
one I'm sure because I
Yeah.
remember reading it, Mr.
Yeah,
President.
last but not the least, Mr. President, what about the provisions that we introduced, Mr. President? Is the chairman amenable to that? Carving the budget, for example, for the Tulong Trabaho Fund for our AI and for our TVET.
Actually, Mr. President, we conferred with TESDA. Yung buong amount na yun is for EBET, Mr. President. So we added a special provision na yung amount na allocated gagamitin din po sa EBET. We carried it but we modified it a bit, Mr. President.
So meaning to say it was carried,
yes,
Mr.
Mr. President.
But
Correct.
I think it's very important, Mr. President, just to put on record and for the sake of those who are listening and watching us live, Mr. President, yung enterprise-based education and training po kasi yan ho ang pinakamataas
Tama, Mr.
na
President. I
employment
agree.
rate at pinakamalaking pinagkukuhanan ng ating TVET sector na paglikha ng trabaho dahil tinetrain po sila doon sa workplace nila. So I'm glad, Mr. President, that it's there, and thank you.
So Mr. President, there's a 1.6 billion peso allocation for tulong trabaho. Dati ho wala
Yes.
yun eh. So that's the new amount added this year, Mr. President.
And portion will be
The
allotted.
entire amount, Mr.
The
President.
entire amount will be IBET na.
Correct, Mr. President. The entire amount can be used for EBET, Mr.
Can be
President.
used.
Yeah.
I,
But that is
I will agree with that na can be used, but the entire amount to be used in IBET parang hindi po hindi po yun magsasubscribe doon po sa spirit of the law that we passed, which is the trabaho para sa bayan law.
The direction of the department when we were consulting with him, buong tulong trabaho gagamitin na po sa EBET. Yun po yung direction nila this coming 2026, Mr. President. Yeah. But pwedeng gamitin ho.
Yeah.
Pwedeng
May I just put into the records my reservation kung lahat gagamitin, but may be used, Mr.
Yes,
President.
yes, may be used. Mr.
Thank
President.
you. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Sir Chairman, before we leave education, 2 questions lang sir, or 2 topics education. How much does DepEd have for the purchase of land for new schools or for additional
1
schools?
billion. About- About 1 billion, Mr. President.
And then how much for classrooms?
About 85 billion, Mr. President.
85 billion.
Yes.
And tama ho ba na I lost track because when I was a young congressman, dapat 1 hectare yung lupa and then naging 5,000 square. I'm not sure now kasi especially you can build vertically,
Vertical, yes,
di ba?
Mr. President.
But assuming highly urbanized and 25,000 per square, 1,000 square is 25 million already. And of
Yeah.
course, we want bigger pieces of land.
Yeah.
Would it be possible that you merge the two? It's classrooms and purchase of land, just so that may flexibility yung DepEd. Kasi I'll give you an
Yeah.
example. No, I don't know. I'm sure you also know about your city, but like sa amin, mas mahirap yung pagbili ng lupa. Pero pag nakabili yung lupa, the city is willing to put up
Yes.
the schools kasi meron naman sa SEF. So it's finding the land, but also the tricky process of buying it because iba talaga ang zonal ng BIR, iba yung appraised. Despite the law you passed, you sponsored and authored, di ba, on the real property tax. But if DepEd, hindi ko sinasabing DepEd instead of the LGU, but if DepEd does it with the LGU, or at least if the classroom fund can augment, because the lack of classrooms are very much seen dun sa may 2 and 3 shifts.
Tama ho.
At dun sa may 2 and 3
Mga urban
shifts,
areas.
di ba?
Yeah.
Are areas na mahal yung
Lupa.
lupa.
Yeah.
So is that possible,
So,
Mr.
Mr. President, and this is also part of the intervention ni Senator Bam, pwede na hong mag-lease yung DepEd. Pwede na rin ho silang bumili ng existing schools. Pwede rin ho silang bumili ng existing buildings. So marami na hong modality na pwede pong nakasama marami ng modality na kasama po dito sa basic education facilities. So pwede na rin ho sila mag-partner with LGUs. Nakikita ko ho ang mangyayari dyan. They'll partner with LGU bibili ng lupa kasi mabilis bumili ng LGU and then they'll put up the school. So
Well,
maraming
things.
modalities.
First, I'd like to recognize kasi sa NEP 135 lang, HGAB to us 97. So if you're 1 billion, malaking increase na yon. But yun nga, yung pwede bang under the same title dun sa 85B? So just in case that during the implementation in 2026, may flexibility ang DepEd. Ang problema kasi sa lease, under the law, the principal follows the accessory follows the principal. So halimbawa, yung may-ari gusto lang ilis ng 10 years. Pagka gumastos ka ng 300 million sa building, yung building na yun doon na sa may-ari. Kung maganda, kung yung lupa ay medyo malayo at marami, di ba, in the old